So, here we are then. Another Football Manager series. I had quite a few people tell me on Twitter and on in real life, actually, Jace told me quite a bit, that he wants to see more Football Manager content on the channel. And when I look at the analytics, I see that you are all enjoying the Youth Academy save with Churro. So I thought, well, let's do something else. Let's have another Football Manager series. Let's have two series on the channel at the same time. And we are now going into Spain, and we're doing it a little bit differently. Spain is very well known for its tiki-taka play. It's very technical play. We're going to take the English game over there. Think Burnley. Think Millwall in Spain. That is what we're going to try and replicate. This is a 4-4-2 series. We're going to be using a 4-4-2 the entire series. And we are doing it with Deportivo de la Coruna. I hope I've pronounced that right. I'll probably pronounce that very wrong quite a few times. But what we're going to do is we're just going to call them Deportivo from now on, just because it's going to be easier for me to say, because I'm not a Spanish speaker and I do not know how to say it properly. And I don't want to offend anyone. Let's just get into the game, shall we? So, Deportivo de la Coruna. A Spanish team playing in the Spanish Federation First Division A. A team that really should not be down this low in the league system at all in Spain. But they found themselves there after a really poor last 10 years, in all honesty. This is a club that, I think it was 2003 season, they were in the semi-finals of the Champions League. 2003, they were in the semi-finals of the Champions League. They were mainstays in La Liga. You can just see by their league history here, look. They have just suffered poorly over the last couple of years. And they now languish down in the Spanish Federation First Division A. This is a club that should not be here. And it is our job to get them back up to where they belong in La Liga. So, the premise of this save. This is taking the English game to Spain. We will be taking the 4-4-2, the way the British known for playing it, the English known for playing it. 4-4-2, hard tackling, big players, sort of Burnley, Millwall, that sort of ilk. This style of football, I think it'll be interesting to see if we can actually do it in Spain, because Spain is very technical in the way they play. So it will be very interesting to see how we get on. But in terms of Deportivo itself, they are predicted to absolutely walk this league. If we go to the Spanish Federation First Division, we look at the season preview. 1 to 10 odds to finish first. We should absolutely walk this league. So I am expecting promotion this first season, and then we'll see how we get on in the second season. A lot of our players are good enough for the league above. I'm going to run through this season relatively quickly. We might try and get this season done in 3 or 4 episodes, and then every season after that, it'll be slightly smaller, gap between games, and depending on how we do, obviously. So, finances-wise, we are looking very healthy. We have a nice 9.7 million in the bank, and everything looks good on that front. We are projected, we have a look at the projection, we're projected to eventually start losing money, but I think if we can climb up the league system very quickly, I think we'll be okay. My profile, I haven't started with no non-league football or anything like that. We are playing as a Continental Pro license, international global level manager. We are English, so we definitely have that 4-4-2 bred into us, being an English manager. So that is what we're going to aim to do. We're going to aim to carry on that 4-4-2 tradition, the English way of playing, and this is the tactic I've come up with. This is the 4-4-2 Star Destroyer tactic that I have been working on for the last couple of weeks. Not a 4-4-2 in the sense of possession-based, I want to say. Like, we do pass into space, we are fairly wide, we don't have a short passing directness, so we're trying to play as English as possible in the match engine. The match engine makes it very hard to play decent football the English way, the long balls and everything else. So we're keeping the sort of standard directness and whatever else, by going fairly wide and stuff like that, it is still replicating that English level of play. In transition, we're going to distribute to the centre-backs. Want to try and keep a little bit of the possession and let my centre-backs do the main bulk of the work with sending the ball up towards the two strikers or the two wingers. I want to let the centre-backs do that rather than my goalkeeper, because I don't know whether my goalkeeper is going to be good enough to do that, but I want him to distribute it quickly. We need to hit them fast on the break. We are going to counter. We're going to counter press. Counter press, you could argue, is not an English way of playing, but like I said, we have to play to the match engine, and counter press seems to work in the match engine, and I definitely think it is a good tool for a 4-4-2, even if it's not as effective as what some of the other formations are with it. Out of possession, we're going to play this higher line. We're going to do a high press in the 4-4-2. It doesn't always work, this high press in 4-4-2, but I seem to have managed to get it working ever so slightly. We're going to trigger press much more often. We're going to prevent the goalkeeper short distribution. We have two strikers. One of them can go and stop him. One of the main things about this English way of playing is we always have to get stuck in on. English teams are known, especially the Burnleys and the Millwalls, are known for tackling hard. They're known for high yellow card counts, high red card counts. So we are going to tell our players to get stuck in. We really want to go onto the field and assert our dominance on the opposition. They want to play this tick-attack and knee snipe football. Nah, we're just gonna go through the back of them, get the ball, and just hopefully go up the other end of the field and score. That's the idea. We are going to trap outside. We have two big defenders. We are on the balance mentality. With the 4-4-2, you don't want to go too positive. I think if you go too positive, you leave yourself open to the counter-attack. And even unbalanced, you leave yourself open, but not as much as if you go positive. But at the same time, if you go cautious, I feel like there's a lot of long balls, and the sort of intricate play I want to try and get doesn't show up. So we have this team set up at the moment. As you can see from the player traits, we have a sweeper keeper on support. We have a wing back, two wing backs on automatic. We have no PIs on any of these players. None of them have PIs. Jamie Sanchez will play as the ball playing defender. Granero as a central defender, just covering a little bit more, sweeping up those balls and just booting it long out of harm's way, rather than playing the more intricate style of play that we would necessarily see in these tactics. Moving into the midfield, we have obviously the two inverted wingers on attack. They're going to be getting right up here into the channels, going past this pressing forward, coming behind this advance forward. I expect a lot of goals from these two. In the midfield, we have a box-to-box midfielder and a central midfielder. I thought about two box-to-box midfielders. I tried using it. I found more success with having... So, when I've done the testing on this tactic, I used a box-to-box midfielder in both roles, in both positions. I've used a central midfielder in both positions. And I found, through testing, that the box-to-box midfielder and the central midfielder together gave a better dynamic than what just the one role in both positions did. So that's why I've opted for the centre mid and the box-to-box midfielder. This may change as we progress, but I want to start out like this. And then up top, we have a pressing forward with an advanced forward. And I think these two could do very well. You can see from the ratings that we've had a very good pre-season. If I do take you to that now. In terms of set pieces, we have none. We have no set pieces on at all. We will do that in the future. And in the future, I will be wearing a Deportivo t-shirt. I do have one on the way. And a away shirt from a few years ago, I believe. It's not a recent one. But when you live in England, it's harder to get lower league Spanish clubs t-shirts. Like I'm struggling to get Churros t-shirt. I'm still trying to get Churros t-shirt. So it's just harder to get hold of them when you haven't got when they're lower league and you don't live near them and stuff like that. This is the preseason we've had so far. We played Ponferrada, I want to call them. They are in the second division, so they're the league above us. We beat them 3-2. Very nice win. You can see we had a 2.84 XG. They had more shots on target, but we obviously made ours count. Naro with 3 goals. Absolutely superb performance from the young lad. And that was a very good result in the preseason. We then drew 1-1 with Brest. They had 2 goals chalked off, actually. So we were lucky to escape that one. They sort of played all over us. Yeah, not the best result, but the team is still getting used to the tactic. That's what we got to remember. We then played Villalbes. We beat them 6-0. Then played Sporting Gijon, who were a team in the league above us again. And we drew 2-2 with them. Another good result. And then we had a bit of a nothing game against Negreira. And we won that 9-0. So going into the first time of the season, we'll be against San Fernando. And we're going to play that. And then we'll probably come back sort of down here for these two games. I'm sort of looking at a month. I'm looking to play sort of like 6 to 8 games between episodes. So if we come back, if we play this one, we come back 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Come back for Ferrol, Rome, Madrid, and then we'll come back in December. Just so we progress this first season relatively quickly. There is only 20 teams in this league. So let's get into today's first game. So this is the team we're going to go with. We're going to go with the team that you have seen when I explained the tactic. McKay in goal, Trilly on the right, Jamie Sanchez and Granero in the middle in that centre-back partnership. Martinez on the left, Soriano, Villares, Val and Ibai Gomez. I hope I pronounced that right. In the midfield, and Quiles and Naro up top. There is one thing with this team I have noticed, and it's down to the age of the squad. The squad age is quite old. I go by age. You can see how many players we have over the age of 30 or just hitting 30. We have a lot of players there. We do have some transfer budget. We have 1.52 million. I haven't made any transfers as of this moment, but the idea will be to start looking to bring in some younger players that can take over from these older players. Like, we're going to lose 2 centre-backs, by the looks of it. We're going to lose a right-back. We're going to lose a left-back. 2 left-backs. We're going to lose a winger. We're going to lose both our goalkeepers. In the next few seasons, it's not good. It is not good. We need to get some players in there a bit younger. But they will do for this first season. So, again, this is the team. We're going to submit it. And we're going to see how we get on in this match. We probably should have done another warm-up game. Another friendly. We've had about 16 days off. This is a match we should be winning. I'm going to tell them that I expect to win. And we're going to go into a match preview. So, this is the first game of the series. This is the 4-4-2 Englishman in Spain. I think I'm going to call the series the English way. That might trigger some people, but the English way. As you can see, we've played no games yet. Into the game we go. Let's kick off. We've had enough of the highlights. And let's see if we can actually do something in this game. So, the board are expecting us to win every match pretty much. And I'm expecting us to do bits in this league as well. I'm expecting us to easily wipe the floor with all the other teams. But until we've played a couple of games in a sort of... Yeah, until we've played a couple of games in this competitive scenario, then I won't really have a feel of how the team's doing or anything like that. And there you go, we've scored the first goal already. So, we are 1-0 to the good already. Soriano with the goal from that left wing. The thing I like about this tactic is when we get possession, we turn into a 4-2-4, which is very much how English teams play. We like to get the wingers up. I'm using inverted wingers. I think them putting in just causes a bit more problem. It causes more problems for the opposition, and I like to play with inverted wingers. I've never been able to get wingers to work properly, especially when I don't really have. Like, we have a 6'2". I suppose we could throw the ball into the box a little bit more than what we do, but I'm very, very happy with inverted wingers. They seem to work really well in this match engine, a lot more so than what wingers do. So I will be sticking with the inverted wingers for now. As you can see, we've had 6 shots, 3 on target, 0.7 XG. We have all the possession. We are relatively dominating San Fernando. And I'm hoping to see another goal in there at some point as well. We get to the 67th minute now, so we're going to start making some subs. Victor Navarro is having an awful game. So we're going to bring on Santa Maria. And then, looking at this, Gomez is on a yellow card. Maybe we bring Grace Val out and we'll put... maybe we'll put Robert Alabi on. And then we're going to give it 5 minutes, I think. Just towards the end of the just towards about the 73rd minute, 74th minute. Okay, so we're on the ball now with Martinez. Coming down this left-hand side into Soriano. Villarez, beautiful ball into Guilez. Across to Villarez again. Soriano, is he going to get tackled? He's going all the way. He shoots. He scores his 2nd goal of the season. Mario Soriano with another beautiful goal into the bottom right-hand corner, bottom left-hand corner. However you're looking at the goal. Into the bottom corner. It is a beautiful goal by Soriano. Oh, the bend on it. Lovely. Right, 2-0 up. From this position, we shouldn't throw things away now. I don't like the fact there's a highlight kickoff coming up. So we're going to take off Jamie Sanchez. We're going to bring on the old boy just to solidify a little bit. We can make up to 5 substitutions. So I think from here, we're going to take off... What's the likelihood of us shipping 2 goals? I don't see us shipping 2 goals. So we're going to bring on the youngster Peke. And he's going to play for Gomez. I think that's all the subs we're going to make. We're going to leave potentially 1 sub left. And we'll see how we get on. We're absolutely dominating this game. Peke with a challenge here. We're a bit far forward on this stadium. Alabi plays it across to Villarez. In space. Plays a big ball out to Soriano. Is he off? He's on. Plays it back to Villarez. Villarez is going to take the shot here. He gets tackled. Flag up. It's a penalty. Soriano for the hat-trick. And he scores it. Soriano scores from the penalty spot. A hat-trick in his first game of the season. That is what you absolutely love to see. Love to see a penalty goal converted, penalty shot converted. Love to see a hat-trick on a recorded video, and love to see a win on a recorded video. Anyone that's watched Football Manager for a long time, doesn't matter who you watch, when it comes to, is this going to be a 4? Oh no, played it back. It doesn't matter who you watch on Football Manager. When it comes to live commentary, Football Manager has this weird way of... It is going to be a... Soriano's got a 4th! Jesus. I'm coughing because of it. Soriano has a 4th. We are winning 4-0 at home to San Fernando. If these games are going to be this easy, I might really have to do this season in 3 episodes or something like that, because this is unbelievable. I knew we were going to walk the league, but I didn't realise we were going to walk the league this much. Wow. Okay. Soriano with 4 goals. 4 well-taken goals as well. But yeah, like I was saying, if you watch Football Manager YouTubers, you'll notice that whenever it comes to live commentary, the game likes to basically shaft us. And we can we can lose quite a few games, even though we've been on a winning streak, just because we're doing a live commentary. But that is a very good win and a very good way to start the series off. An emphatic 4-0 domination win over San Fernando. Puts us top of the league after the first game. And everything is beautiful. But that is going to end today's episode. If you have enjoyed it, then please drop a like. Subscribe to the channel, or if you haven't already. Drop a comment. Let me know how you think this season, this series will go. And let me know if you are enjoying it so far. But I will see you on Thursday for another Deportivo series game video. Let's just end. let's just end. I'll see you all later.